I'm sorry, but
I'm not used to soft love. You know, like
then
that's
I
why
want
I
to give you
think
that.
I'm
Relax.
rejecting it so much because like I'm not used to this type. I've never met anyone like you. That's why I don't even know how to receive you. That's why I'm doing everything in my power to push you back. Cause like even now I'm just like, what? I realize that hurt people do hurt people. Like, you know that saying, hurt people hurt
Yeah.
people? And not that I'm justifying my actions, but it actually made me realize that when someone is so broken, they get to say some of the most vile and brutal things ever without even thinking because of this anger.
I really do want to see the things that trigger her, but calm down.
I say the most hurtful things when I'm angry because I'm angry. Sometimes I don't mean it. I'm literally just saying it because I want to hurt your feelings. So,
It's okay.
Sanibonani Dumelang, hello molweni, igama lami ngulwazi, and today we will be breaking down Makoto's apology to Nkululeko. It was such a beautiful moment, and it opens the door for growth, it opens the door for healing to begin. So I'm really excited about that, but I also want us to walk a few steps back and look at some of the fights that they've had. I want us to unpack what she was actually doing there subconsciously and where it was coming from and what we can learn from what's happening right here. Makoto was telling Nkululeko that she's not used to a love like this. She doesn't know how to receive a love that is patient and kind. And it feels odd, I'm sure. She also admitted to having been very hurtful, intentionally hurtful, and rude and mean. And she says that it was just coming from a place of anger. I am so proud of her because number one, this is the first apology that we're actually getting from her this whole season. But secondly, it's not just an apology, but it's an acknowledgement of the exact things that she did and why she did them, which means that she's going to be mindful going forward to no longer project and no longer act in the same way. What a beautiful moment. Side note, if until yesterday you thought that Makoto is perfectly fine and it's just her personality, anger is not a personality. Attitude is not a personality trait. Those things come from hurt. And I would like you to heal. There's a way to address things. To me, it was never about the things that she said, but it was always about the manner in which she said things and her approach. So, now that she has admitted it herself, I think we can all just gather here and watch and learn. I had made a note here, so I'm just gonna read it anyway, even though it's not specifically something that she had said. I said when I was watching her clip, if you don't heal, you will bring the love you know into the love you're being given.
So I'm expressing how the journey has literally, changed me and made me a better person. And I can see my wife is just like, ugh, there we go again. Since I'm never really given the opportunity to express, because we all know that she dominates in talking everywhere, this was a good platform for me. Blessings are not going to come on a silver platter. There's certain things where you have to work for. I just said to myself, whether hard or easy, I'm staying.
You know everything that Gulak is saying tonight, man, I wish you could say it to my face.
She is someone who is used to chaos. And when you are used to chaos, you don't know it, but you yourself begin to change to adapt to the chaos. And some of the coping mechanisms that you get or put in place to help you to survive in chaos make you a chaotic person. When she entered into this space that was peaceful, the first thing that happened is that she didn't feel like it was real. She kept looking for more. She was searching behind the curtains, looking for all the little loopholes. Every little thing that he did wrong, she would focus on it and she would magnify it because it was proving to her that he is not perfect. Now, when she found these imperfections, he was, for the most part, willing to admit to them, because when she said he was closed off, he started sharing more about who he is and where he's come from and the person that he doesn't want to go back to being. When she said that he was imposing his beliefs on her, he said, I'ma back off. In fact, I'll go to your church and get to know and understand your beliefs better. I don't think the church thing ever happened, because I don't think there is a church that she could possibly be going to that wouldn't teach women submitting to their husbands. In this South Africa, if you guys know one, I'm fascinated by that and would love to, hear what this teaching is based on. She kept saying that Nkululeko is fake. He's not the guy that you keep seeing. Every time people are around, he wants to start preaching. Do you guys realize that the first thing he did when he met her was to start preaching? So that's exactly who he is. He just seems like that type of person who's always trying to motivate, who's always trying to, spread the word. And because she had personally said, I don't like that thing, don't bring that here, he stopped bringing it to her. But it doesn't mean that he's not going to bring it to the other people around who seem to not mind, who seem to embrace it somewhat. So ever since she started looking for the problems and looking for the imperfections so that she could say, aha, I was right about men all along. Even the good ones are just pretending. There's no such thing as a good man. Because I truly believe that behind all of the hurt and behind the anger, behind how excited she used to be to point out when Nkululeko has done something wrong, is the fact that it was proving her right. And if she's proven right, then it means that she's justified in the way that she has carried herself, and she is justified in the way she has maybe treated other men as well. Because I don't think that Nkululeko is the only person who's received this hostility from her. People went around talking about what it is that they learned through this experiment. Most people said something about love or relationships, something positive. Makoto said,
and I can go to war, Giliwan. And I think that's such a beautiful thing about me.
I don't think she realized that maybe you don't have to fight all the time. And you especially should never find yourself in a relationship where you are at war. The relationship should be a place where you find a teammate who will go to war for you and go to war with you against the world, against problems. You shouldn't be defending yourself from your spouse. And you shouldn't be having to prove your worth or prove your value. None of this, none of the fighting words, none of this war talk should be happening in a healthy relationship. There's a clip of her sitting at the pool next to Kupalisa, and she's like, no, friend, he's an enemy.
Even you said you pushed me, but I'm still here.
Exactly. Didn't you push me?
But I'm still here.
There's always an explanation or justification, or I don't think Nkululeko is loyal to me, Shem.
What are you doing here when you can't protect me?
Oh.
Isn't a man's duty to provide and protect? Why don't I feel protected by you?
I don't remember anything where Makoto says, yo, I was wrong.
Nkululeko is an enemy, but he just doesn't want to say it.
I think that was the truth. She does see him as the enemy. I think she loves love, she wants love, but love is an enemy to her because in the past, love has been a tool to rob her. Love has been a facade. Love has been a lie. So she is at war within herself about this love and what it's here to take. And why it hasn't taken that yet. Is there some sort of long play? Am I to just stay up at night and watch in case, the love one night ups and runs away, or finally takes what it had come for? Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm saying. But I think that she has been on high alert, at war with herself, because she wants to allow the love to be good and feel good and give her rest. But she cannot allow it, because if she does, she will be soft. And in that softness, I think she feels that she will be weak. But there's this fight that they had where Unkululeko had apparently said, I miss you, come inside. And she felt that he said it aggressively and she wasn't happy with it. So he brings a gift to say sorry. And she wants to like it. It's really cute. It's giving Valentine's Day. It's looking very corny. And she likes that it's cute and corny. Her inner gangster won't just allow herself to receive it and let it be that.
Why are you acting all sincere, where you were just raising your voice at me when I was go balcony?
I'm sitting here. You were outside.
You started throwing hand gestures.
No, I said.
No, Gurulako, be honest.
Yeah, I said. And I
no,
did
you
this.
started doing hand gestures and I opened the door.
No,
and I'm like,
wait.
Why are you throwing hand gestures?
And then what did I say?
You're like, why So he goes from being that gangster to being a metrosexual guy.
Baby, I was being sarcastic, even the way you say.
Okay, how about sarcastic?
Just say I don't like that type of sarcasm.
I don't like it. You can see how I'm reacting right now.
Yes, but now did I know? No. There must be something deeper, But I don't think me calling you from the balcony saying, dude, I miss you, would get you this upset.
Today, I also did something nice. And I thought you'd appreciate it. But I feel like you did not. Your name is on my nails.
Baby, I was really excited about this.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
Okay, but why are we fighting?
Please tell me.
I don't imagine, though, that there is a violent way of saying, I've missed you. Like, the words that he had said were, I've missed you. I haven't been with you all day. Come in here, let's spend time together. There isn't an aggressive, violent way anyone could ever I'm struggling to see it. And she didn't say he's lying. She just said, but you were pointing and your body language was quite aggressive. And he said, yes, I was being sarcastic. And she said, well, what am I supposed to do when you're being sarcastic? He said, well, you can tell me that you don't like it and I won't do it anymore. And she says, well, I don't like it. I feel even recounting this verbally sounds okay. But what we can take away from this is that she is so ready for war, so ready to defend herself, so ready for someone to try and hurt her that she sees it in every scenario. That is the lens that she sees things through. It's like when you're wearing shades and everything looks dim because the shades are dim. If you take the shades off, you'll see the normal color of things. The shades Makoto is wearing are shades of war. Men are trouble. Run away from men. Love is a scam. So everything that she experiences is being looked at with a high level of skepticism. And it is difficult to see good and to see beauty through those kinds of lenses. You really would miss out on a good thing just because you're looking at the things through the wrong lens. The fact that she didn't like the sarcasm isn't the issue. The way she addressed the fact that she doesn't like the sarcasm is an issue. You can't shout every time you are angry or every time you're unhappy with something. You can control that. To be angry doesn't mean you have to shout. Doesn't mean you have to be mean. We need to separate these things, and we need to know how to feel an emotion, process it to find out why we feel that way, what specifically made us feel that way about the situation that happened, so that we can express that better, calmly, with peace, with the belief that the person we are with loves us and doesn't want to offend us and is willing to change the way they have been doing things in order to accommodate us. And it would be great if we had suggestions or examples of how that would look when we say, I don't like it when you do it this way, please do it this way instead. I don't know if I'm making sense. Because Makoto is not used to healthy love, and because she has been skeptical, she has been actively testing and provoking him because she wants to have him act out of character. She wants him to finally show whatever it is that he's suppressing, if he is suppressing something. And she believes that he's suppressing, lots and lots of demons deep within that are one day going to, jump her and take her for a run. One of the scenarios that we can look at is at the dinner table when all the couples met for the first time. You'll see that Makoto talking about their intimacy in the way that she did it, because she definitely set him up to be ridiculed. She definitely did not honor the sanctity of her marriage in the way that she did it. You can even hear everyone laughing in the background. She is a woman who is good with words, and she's a woman who is intelligent, and she's a woman who is funny. To be funny requires comedic timing, and it requires knowing how to say things so that it builds up the tension in the right kind of way. It was deliberate. And I think that in her making it something to laugh about, she forgot that she was dealing with another human's feelings and another human's insecurities and another human's integrity, or estima, what do you call that? Reputation. Because what happens in the show being shown to the whole of South Africa means that every potential partner that he meets might have seen her reviews and go, I don't know if I'd go for him. I heard that he had a little issue. Do you hear what I'm saying? Something this delicate, therefore, should have been approached with more compassion. And if she genuinely was looking for advice, the way she says she was in her private diary thing, she wouldn't have turned it into a joke. She wouldn't have said, maybe we should have an open marriage.
Sexually, wicked.
This is a very safe space.
I'm trying to say I don't want to make my man uncomfortable with this topic,
I mean, we're all adults, married couples.
We're not so compatible.
Yes, yeah, I was asking, would he be open to open marriage? Maybe if he feels like, or I feel like maybe.
These words are insensitive. And had it been Nkululeko saying things to her that are insensitive, we would never hear the end of it. So far, she had not said what it is about Nkululeko that's actually fake, apart from the fact that they were now smoking together. and drinking together. She never said he's actually mean. She just said, I wish he would say the things he says behind closed doors. And he said, I can't even, because she dominates conversations and she cuts me off. She doesn't listen. And we've seen her not listen. So it's a bit of a tricky one.
This is a boy. He's yet to be. Listen, you insult your husband all the time.
I do,
never
but
say,
like, okay, excuse.
So don't say,
I'm sorry.
Like, how does that make sense to you? That it's not nice for your friend to disrespect her husband, but it's fine for you to disrespect yours. Makoto has been testing Nkululeko because maybe she thinks if he can love her at her worst, then he'll deserve her at her best. It's false. There's no such thing as people not deserving you at your best if they couldn't handle you at your worst. Do you guys realize that the vows that we take in marriage are in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, till death do us part? The circumstances may be horrible, but you and I will face them together. That's what these vows mean. The vows aren't saying, when you are a trial and tribulation in my life. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, the sickness and health should not be induced by you. You should not be the thing that we are trying to conquer in this marriage. So please stop expecting people to suffer through you and suffer through the world. Please manage yourself. I think we all should be working on ourselves so that we can be better for ourselves and be better for one another. The thing about not believing that you're worthy of love is that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you don't believe you're worthy of love, the love that you do get, you mistreat. And once you mistreat it, it will never be as beautiful and fruitful as it could have been. And if you continue to interrogate it and test it and provoke it, it will sour. And when it does, it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And maybe it stood a chance if you could have just approached it with the kindness and gentleness that it was giving you. The sad thing about Makoto finally realizing that Nkululeko had genuinely been trying to love her until now is that it may be too late right now. It may be too late for the love to truly blossom because of all the toxins that they kept pouring into their soil. And it may be too late in the sense that he might be worn out. Or if he's not worn out, he might not trust her and believe her when she's being kind. Because he's so used to being alert, he's so used to her being violent, that the peace might seem like some sort of plot. It's hilarious that it would now have the coin flip on its head, but things like that tend to happen, where you make someone wait for so long to finally get something, and because they put in so much work and because they were trying so hard, the reward may not even feel like it's worth all that much. Almost like the price was set a bit too high and it's not really worth it. If he is not too tired, if he is willing to continue with this relationship, especially beyond the show, I worry about him and her, because the minute one of them heals, this relationship won't work. if he is happy to continue with this marriage after the show, I am guessing he has some sort of savior complex. And the savior complex survives on a superiority based on you saving the other person from themselves. If Makoto heals and she no longer needs saving, the dynamic is off, the relationship isn't the same, the love may crumble. If Makoto continues to need saving, but he starts to feel overburdened by the work of saving, he will look elsewhere and he will walk away with the sense of, I did the best that I can, but she was horrible to me. And anything that he did in this relationship may be forgotten. He may not, take accountability for his part in the crumbling of this marriage. We've seen it happen with girls. All the girls had partners who had been horrible to them, so they all showed up saying things like, I was born ready for marriage. It's just about the person you choose. No. If he heals and no longer takes pride in saving her, no longer finds fulfillment in correcting his history as a child with an angry mom through her and her anger, then this relationship crumbles, because it's no longer serving that purpose of correcting history and healing him, or at least validating his past lived experience, which he wasn't the problem. So no matter which way you look at this, there is reason for concern. And if anything, it teaches us that we should work on ourselves and we should try to give our most healed version of ourselves to the partner that we hope to build something beautiful and lifelong with. Because if we build based on trauma, if healing happens, gone. If one of us heals and the other doesn't, gone. And if we both don't heal, we continue to break one another apart until there's nothing left.